Join other GymDog fans by becoming a member of the 10-0 Booster Club. The 10-0 Booster Club is an organization made up of Georgia Gymnastics fans devoted to supporting the UGA gymnastics team. We do this by using our membership money to purchase items that the team needs, as well as providing them with opportunities to meet the fans. In exchange, the members get opportunities to attend special 10-0 Club events, meet the parents of the gymnasts, and receive special members-only merchandise. Check the 10-0 Club website for more information at gymdogs.com.
Hey Coach, brought to you by the 10-0 Club. And this week's question is, what are you going to do on your off week? Well, I don't get much of an off week. There's going to be a lot of work that's still to be done as we get prepared for the postseason. The girls will get a little bit of time off from practice, Monday, Tuesday kind of thing, where they get a couple of days off, and then we'll get the weekend coming up where we'll just shut it down and not have anything. Probably lay around the house, maybe do a little yard work over the weekend, and that's going to be about it. And that's Hey Coach, brought to you by the 10-0 Booster Club.
Welcome back to the Georgia GymDog Show. Coach, looking at Georgia opening up on vault and bars, a 49.275 for Georgia on vault, a 49.325 on bars. I was reminded of Senior Day 2008 when we talk about Senior Day from the emotional standpoint of the seniors, but that day it was a sophomore, Grace Taylor, that had a perfect 10 on bars and stole the show at least for a little bit. We nearly saw a repeat performance of that from Kat Ding, who did the all-around at Michigan, came back in 3 events, went 9-9 or above, and darn near had a 10. For the second time, she went 9.975 at home on bars.
Well, Kat's had to step up for us, and it's been a pleasant surprise. She's finally gotten to a place where she's comfortable doing a floor routine, which we'll take a look at later. But that bar set was what Kat does, you know, day in and day out in the gym. And she kind of gone through a stretch here in competitions where she hadn't quite executed the way that we have grown accustomed to seeing her execute. I think that the mistake that she had Friday night really sort of rattled her cage a little bit, and she came in with a different level of intensity and focus for this meet, and did a great job. I thought that the bar routine was legit.
So Georgia with a 98.6 at the midway point against NC State. Let's take a look at the highlights from Georgia on vault and bars, including one of the special moments of senior night, Marcia Newby's career high on bars.
So Lauren Sessler getting us started off on senior night on vault. Lauren's been a mainstay on vault for us for a long time. This is one of her better vaults of the year. It was a big vault. She did take the hop there on the landing, but it was a much bigger vault than what we'd seen out of her recently. And Cassidy McComb up next. And Cassidy is so close to competing the 1.5. We've warmed it up the last 2 meets and just not quite there. You can see how big the full is though. Looks like she could make the 1.5 if she just would do it the same way. A little bit of pike down, otherwise that step would not have been there. And Cassidy goes 9.8. Next up, Hillary Morrow. Gina Nuccio went ahead of her and fell and hurt her knee a little bit. Best 1.5 I've seen out of Hillary all year. You think about a 4'8" person and the rise that she is getting off that table, it's pretty amazing. And she does a beautiful 1.5 right there, probably her best vault of the year by far, and goes 9.9 and is rewarded with what is her best score all year. Kat Ding does, in my estimation, not her best vault of the year. Little pikey there down on the landing and just a slight shift of the feet, but the thing she does so well is she sells it. When she lands well, she sells it. The crowd got into it, and she's rewarded with a 9.925. I don't think it was her best vault of the year, but I do think it was a very, very good vault. Now Marcia Newby, our other senior in the vault lineup, at the tail end of the lineup. Big rise off the table. She went for the stick, and this is the first time she really was going for that. Her leg has hurt her so much this year, we've told her not to worry about it too much, just to do big vaults, and goes 9.85. But a solid rotation for us on vault to get started with a 49.275. And all I'm saying to the team here is, let's keep the energy up. When no let up, we've got to get over there and let's finish a meet here. And Krista Tonella getting us started on bars as she did in Michigan. Kipcast handstand, and many of you have not seen Krista's bars, but they are nice when she does them well. Toe on blind change to a big Jaeger, very nicely done. Krista's handstand work was a little soft. That bail was a little bit short. I think she got vertical on most of her handstands, but it just looks soft. And what I mean by that is you like to see them lock it out and really sell the handstand as much as you can. That was a Higgins turn to an Eagle Giant to an immediate double tuck. It's the same combination at the end that Holly Weiss uses at Oklahoma. And Krista gets us started with a 9.8. This is the best routine of the year from Marcia Newby right here. Good handstands all the way through. And I know I harp on the handstands, but that is the separating factor at this time of year, that and the landings. Her handstands are locked out. You can see that she really shows that. Big release moves all the way through. And then the final sort of signature part of this routine is the double layout that she sticks for the first time this year, and was really excited and got rewarded for it with her high score of the year. I think it's a career high, a 9.925 on bars, and a great way for her to finish her career in Stegman Coliseum. Cassidy McComb going in for Gina Nuccio at a moment's notice. Giant full Tkachev. Very nicely done there. I'm working on Cassie's feet just a little bit, get them a little more pointed, and she does that better in the gym. Good handstand there at the end. Big full twisting double back right there, sticks the landing, and you can see we're getting a little momentum. I'm telling you, once that kind of stuff starts, it's a momentum thing, and you get one or two people sticking and it catches on like wildfire. Kat Ding, another great routine out of her that we've grown so accustomed to seeing. Giant full Tkachev. The pack salto, very well done. There's the half pirouette on the low bar, which is right where you want it, on top. She didn't fly through it as she does from time to time. Good handstand there at the end. Good extension on everything that she does. And then she sticks her dismount for the double layout, and she goes 9.975. So we've got a lot of momentum coming off the bars as we head over to balance beam.
This week's featured gym dog brought to you by Arrowhead Clinics. This week's featured gym dog is Kat Ding. The sophomore from Sparks, Nevada, competed in her first all-around of 2010 on Friday against Michigan and went 9.9 or above in all three events she competed on Senior Day against NC State, topped off by a 9.975 on bars. And that's this week's featured gym dog brought to you by Arrowhead Clinics.